If you guys are still playing FC24 and you want some cheap coins, make sure you check out MMOEXP.com. Their link is down in the description. They're very cheap, they're very reliable, and if you do use my code Rema, it will give you a lovely 5% discount off your order. So what's up guys, it's Ash here and welcome back to a brand new video. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. In today's video guys, we have my updated 422 custom tactics and player instructions to help you out in FC24 if you're still playing through FUTTIES. Just before we get into the video, as always, would appreciate it if you could drop it a thumbs up as it does help me out massively. And yeah, with all that aside guys, let's get right into today's video. Alright then guys, so just quickly going through the tactics because it is July and I don't want to keep you guys here for ages, you know. For the defensive style, we're just going to go over it quickly. We have it unbalanced as I find it to be the most controlled. Basically when you want to press you can, and when you want to drop off and be more passive you can also do that. For the defensive width, we have this on 35. I find it to be the sweet spot. 35 gives you a nice narrow and compact defense to block out all those attacks through the middle. However, you still have decent coverage of those wider areas in case an opponent goes down the wings. So 35 width is my preferred one, but change it if you like. Now for the depth, I keep saying, well I have said a lot over the past few weeks, I don't like 100 depth all that much, but when the game plays terrible, 100 depth is really good because you basically just let the AI defend for you. So 100 depth gives you like really high automatic press from the AI, really high defensive line, congest the middle area and just makes your opponent's life hell, to be honest with you. So a lot of people are using this. If you want to use it but make it a bit less extreme, you can use 71 depth, or if you want to be more manual, you can have your depth on like 65 or 60 or even lower. So just pick a depth that you are comfortable with. Now for the build-up play guys, I always recommend balanced as I find it to be the most consistent and the most fluid. So when you use balanced guys, you can basically pick and choose between all of these different styles whenever you want essentially. If you want to play slow you can, if you want to speed up and play faster you can also do that. So I think balanced just gives you the best variety, and I also think it gives you the best AI. I think all these individual settings are pretty terrible and don't really do what they say they should. Now for the chance creation, direct passing is an absolute must in this game. It's the only way to consistently break through those park the bus defenses. So FC24, we have that cutback meta, and this feeds into it because your attackers do like a push forward track back kind of movement to create space against those defenders, and you can pass across and cut back to them. So it's basically the only way to beat that park the bus defense. For the attacking width, you can pretty much use what you want. All you need to know is the lower the width, the more narrow your attack, and the higher the width, the wider your attack, and just adapt with that information. So for my width, I just have it on 44, no specific reason. I've just been enjoying having a more narrow attack, but again, you know, if you want to go higher, you can do that. It's completely up to you. Now for the players in the box, I have it on 7 as I find it to be the most like, what's the word? It gives you the best balance in my opinion, where you get quite a few players into that penalty area, but you don't overcommit. So if you lose that on possession, you're not always screwed. For the corners and the free kicks at the moment, I have them on 3, but you guys can change this if you like. Now quickly going over the play instructions as well. For both the strikers, we have them on stay central, get in behind, and come back on defense. So stay central keeps them in those middle areas primarily. We don't really need them drifting out wide. We have those wider cams, and we also have fullbacks in this formation, so we just keep them in the middle. Getting behind forces runs out of these players. They can be very static on mixed attack, especially if your opponent is using a pressure tactic, as it breaks your attacking AI. So getting behind is important to force those runs out of the players. And then we also pop them on comeback on defense because it keeps them closer to the rest of the team when we are defending, which can make it a bit easier to build up when you win that ball back. So this is not something you have to use. I've just been trying it out and it's been quite effective in this game. Now for both the wide cams, we have them on comeback and defense and get into the box across. Comeback and defense makes them defend. It makes the team defend in a 4-4-2 shape. So these wide cams will come back to sit next to those two CDMs and cover in those wider areas. So you're really nice and compact, and you block out those central areas and the wide areas simultaneously. So very important instruction. And then we also have them on get into the box across, so they don't hesitate in getting into the penalty area and helping us out when we are in the box. Now moving on to this left DM, the more stay back kind of player, the deep lying one, we have them on stay back while attacking, cut passing lanes and cover center. We need at least one DM to stay back to bring that balance to the midfield. Cut passing lanes, so they're always looking to intercept those passes, made better if they do have that intercept plus, but not completely necessary. And then cover center to cover the middle, as like I said, we have those wide cams coming back to cover the wings, so we don't need them there. Now for the right DM, I use more of like a box to box. So on this player, I have like the same instructions. The only thing I've changed is balanced attack instead of stay back while attacking. This is just so this player can attack and defend and do a bit more of everything. So we don't just have 2 DMs staying back, we have one going forward and one staying back. So everything else is the same, but that's the change we made. For the fullbacks, my most attacking one, my right back, I have them on balanced overlap. This is to give us extra width because the 4-2-2 can be quite narrow. This helps to stretch out the opponent's defense, give you wider options, and I think it's a very, very underrated thing. So balanced overlap on your most offensive fullback, and then for the other fullback, the more defensive one, stay back and overlap. So you always have at least 3 defenders back at a time. But when you send them on that run forward, they make that overlapping run to give the extra width as well. For the 2 centre backs, we leave them alone, and the keeper, we also leave them alone. But yeah, guys, they're my tactics and instructions for the 4-2-2. Hope you guys have enjoyed or found it useful. If you have, please be sure to drop it a like. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.